Hola Amigos, and welcome back to another episode of The Casual Gamer. FM Radio TX here, and as promised, here is another gameplay video of Medal of Honor, some hardcore sector control, playing as Python 1's task force using the M16 assault rifle with a silencer. So let's go ahead and jump right on into the wonderful world of team killing and random shenanigans. I really don't feel that I need to go into great detail, but I'm going to anyways because it's an 11-minute video and I need something to talk about. Let's talk about the hardcore game style in general. Of course, as you see right there, friendly fire is on, and so you can expect to get killed by noobs on occasion. Okay, bear with me guys. Here's that example I was talking about in my last video about me being a noob and thinking I'm going to throw a grenade, and bam, there, smoke grenade. Yeah, doesn't do me any good. So the other most notable difference in the hardcore game style is that, as you can see right now, I have no mini-map. The mini-map is taken away, so you really have to be familiar with the layout of the map and be attentive to the sounds as they're occurring. If you have a gaming headset, you can actually hear where people are creeping up on you and the gunfire where it's occurring. But if you don't, you really have to rely on your teammates either calling in a UAV or you yourself racking up a high enough score chain to where you can call in that UAV for your team. And if you don't have a UAV, this will happen to you, I promise. But even if you do have a UAV, if you're a nub, you will still get owned like this. So, friendly fire being turned on, the lack of a UAV/mini-map, coupled with your reduced hit points for being in a hardcore game mode, those are going to be the main differences, and that is what's really going to change your approach and your style of play within a hardcore game set. Now let's talk about the basics of sector control, which is the game style that I am playing right now. Sector control can be looked at as the same type of game style as objective on the Call of Duty series. It is centered around three focal points, three objectives which your team has to control. As you can see right here, I jump into the flag area, and me being in the radius, I'm able to capture the flag for my team. Nice. So the longer that you control the flag areas, the more points you get towards the objectives. And I believe the total points that you can get in a match is 2,800. And then you can couple in with that your kill streak rewards that will go towards your total point collection. And the first team to reach 2,800 ends up being the winner of the round. That being said, when you... wait, watch, right here. Team kill. Lovely. That being said, when you go into a sector control game, you really want to not so much focus on your K to D, and you really want to try to capture and defend the flag areas, because really that's the only way you're going to win the game. It's not a team deathmatch style game, so you can have an awesome K to D, which I'm not going to say that I had an awesome one, but I had a decent K to D ratio. I think it was 33-17 for this match, but we still lost the game because my team was not able to hold those objective points. Well, I hope that was clear enough, and you have a better understanding now of the hardcore game style and then the sector control game style. Like I said, I know that it seems kind of self-explanatory. I know it seems redundant. I know I've talked about it before. And like I said, the only reason why I'm bringing it up now is because there may be that one viewer that doesn't know, or the actual truth of the matter is it's an 11-minute video and I ran out of shit to talk about. So coming up right here is probably the best part of the whole match. So I will shut up and I will let you enjoy this. So enjoy. I'm going to crank up the game volume a little bit. Okay, so let's swing back into gameplay commentary and talk about the weapon selection that I made. I really just wanted to do a video with a silencer. That was really the only reasoning behind it. But I want to talk about why I do not think the silencer is a very good attachment at all for the Medal of Honor game. And the first reason for that is that in a hardcore game match, it's not effective at all. And this is because the primary setback of a silencer is that it decreases the range of your weapon. And that's the case for most first-person shooters, and even some third-person shooters that I've played, like including Army of Two. I know that it decreases the range and the effectiveness of your weapon at range. So if you use a silencer, you are taking away that ability to do more damage to your target at a longer distance. Now, I'm not saying that it's impossible to kill a target at a long distance. You just have to be more accurate than you would be if you were using a weapon without a silencer. Now, the next reason why a silencer is not effective in a hardcore match is directly related to the lack of a minimap. Now, if the minimap was present throughout the whole game, then a silencer does come in handy, because when you are firing your weapon, you will not be visible to the enemy on a minimap unless they have a UAV present. Now, in the hardcore game mode, when the minimap pops up, it's because they have a UAV, so they'll see you either way. So the only benefit to having a silencer and using a silencer within a hardcore game mode is that if you're playing against somebody that is using a very high quality sound system or a gaming headset, they will not hear the bullet direction as effectively as if it was coming from a non-silenced weapon. So in that essence, the silencer does what its name implies. It silences the direction of where the bullet is coming from. But other than that, I mean, it really doesn't have any practical use within a hardcore game mode. Now, in a non-hardcore game match, the reason why I don't like to use a silencer, and it doesn't say this, well, actually, you know what, it does in Medal of Honor. In other games it doesn't, but in Medal of Honor it actually says it takes away from the amount of damage that your rifle does. So if you use it in a non-hardcore game match when everybody has more hit points, you're doing less damage. So then it comes into that point where you have to be more accurate again, and you have to actually get the jump on the person that you're fighting. Which, in a realistic sense, if you're using a silencer, that's the game style that you should have. It really shouldn't be a run and gun. It's going to be more of a sneaking around type game style. But in my opinion, I just would much rather them see where I am and do more damage so I can be more effective to my team, as opposed to being sneaky and being able to maneuver without being seen, but doing ultimately less damage. But these are just my opinions, and you know, everybody is going to have their own game style, their own play style, and like I said, just me being a casual gamer and not being hardcore, I tend to run and gun a little more than do the sneaking around and trying to be sneaky ninja type player, because it just doesn't usually work in my benefit. This game worked in my benefit, but we still lost it as a whole. Well, I do have to say, and as I start to wrap things up, it was nice to be able to pull these videos up from Medal of Honor. I actually, I love the game. I think it's an awesome game. I've played Black Ops, and I still think that I'm definitely going to be playing Medal of Honor. I did lend my copy out to my cousin, so I hope he's enjoying it as much as I did. It's just, I think it was a very well-made game, especially the campaign. You definitely need to check out the campaign if you haven't. You know, put it on your GameFly list, or do whatever you need to get a hold of it, because the campaign was by far the most realistic and the best and the most engaging first-person shooter campaign that I have ever played. And I've played a lot of FPSs, so I think that speaks leaps and bounds, and I hope that y'all can appreciate my opinion towards that matter. So as always, keep it tuned in to The Casual Gamer for all the latest and greatest in game commentary and footage. Well, okay, not really, but I'm just trying to sound sophisticated. But seriously, thank you for checking out the channel. If you like what you see, please be sure and subscribe. YouTube.com/FMRadioTX. Look me up on the PlayStation Network or on Xbox 360. Maybe we can get some gaming in together. So because I lent out my copy of Medal of Honor, the next couple of videos that I will be posting will be of Black Ops, so I'm looking forward to doing that. I'm loving the wager match, so I've got a couple of good wager matches that I will put up. So until the next time, thank you again, subscribers. Please subscribe. Final Kill Death 1319, not too shabby for a casual gamer. Thank you, and I will see you on the flip side. Peace.